Hello, it's Max Moyo again, and we are continuing with our series on the call to leadership. And today we look at answering the call to lead. Now, there are two challenges that every leader must overcome. In fact, there are two temptations that every leader needs to be aware of. And the number one temptation is the fear of greatness. This is when so for some people, when they're called to lead, the fear of greatness. So now the question you begin to ask yourself is, who am I? I mean, why should I be the one to lead? And so there's a fear, to step into the shoes or into the shoe of leading. That's the first temptation that every leader must overcome, which is the fear of greatness. The second temptation, of course, is the opposite of that, which is being convinced of your greatness. Who are they? I can do better. So if you look at these two, so the one side, the one is saying, who am I? Somebody else should do this. And the opposite of that, the other of that temptation is where somebody thinks, there are people who think that they can lead and they have what it takes and they can do it better than anybody else. And that's a serious temptation in terms of leadership. So the one looks at, who am I? So you're questioning your own qualification to lead. The opposite of that is where it's the other one who's over enthusiastic, who the question they're asking is, I can do better. Who are they to lead? But I want us to be aware of this. So when the call to leadership comes to you, you need to deal with these two things. You're either reluctant to lead, so there are those who are reluctant to lead, and there are those who are over enthusiastic to lead. As a leader, you can do great things. As a leader, you can do great things. If, number one, the task of leading, in other words, the task matters more than the person. Two, you are willing to do your best without thinking yourself superior to others. And three, you are willing to take advice, the one thing that most new leaders fail to do. Just remember that people do not become leaders because they're great. They become great because they are willing to serve as leaders. It doesn't matter that you might think of yourself as inadequate. So did most leaders who have gone before you. What matters is the willingness, when the leadership challenge calls, to say, here I am. Remember, the world needs you. Answer the call. See you next time.